Ladies and gentlemen, boys and all the girls, we are here again in another exciting episode of the Free Talk Podcast.
Gang.
I'm always excited about all our shows. So every time I say I'm excited about today's episode, I'm just always excited. So again, my name is Creamy Johnson. I'm very happy to be here again in this episode. My co-hosts are not here today. Siwa is not here. He has a show. Of course, you know Tosin Ajala, the traveler. He's traveled. He's not around. So they send their love, their kisses to you guys. They miss you. I'm here to hold down the fort for today. And again, before we jump into the topic, I'd like to introduce our guest today. Let me introduce, he's not a new, let's say, he's not a member of staff. And I always call him controversial. He always looking for trouble on social media. My God, as you already know, my big brother, Victor King, he's here again today.
Today, I will not even say anything. I will hold my peace today.
No problem. You hold your peace.
Hi,
Let's
everyone.
watch and see.
Welcome once again.
All right. And then we have a very beautiful, phenomenal lady.
Gang.
It's her first time on this show. So you guys, please, you know how we do it. Welcome her with all the love, shout out all the likes. You know, she's a wife, she's a mother, she's very outspoken, and then she's also a mental health advocate. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the very beautiful Koinsola Lawal.
This is the part where you will now use
We'll put effects. That TikTok clap, very annoying. Very annoying. My God. Koinsola, we're very happy to have you here.
Thank you for having me. I'm so glad.
We love that you're your beautiful smile.
Thank you. Such a privilege.
All right. With no further ado, we're just going to dive into the topic for today. Our topic today is one that everybody needs to be aware of. The topic is mental health and marriage. Why shut down instead of opening up? Breaking stigmas and encouraging emotional expression. So it's like 3 topics in one. We definitely will not be able to finish that topic today. So again, I'll say mental health and marriage. Why should you shut down instead of opening up? You know, the need to break stigmas and encourage emotional expression. So who wants to start first?
The mental health person now.
That is true. The mental health advocate. Koinsola, over to you.
Thank you again for having me. And I'm glad that you said that it's a lot of topics in one. It's like 4 topics, 3 topics in one, and they're separate. Mental health first, marriage, and then the part where you have to speak about it, even though a lot of people shut down.
Right.
So, first I'll start with mental health. Just as high blood pressure is a real thing, mental health is a real thing.
Right. I agree.
Yes. Coming from an experienced person, which I won't say I started a journey, but the illness started in 2020 for me, where, I went downhill from having a mental breakdown. Didn't know what that was. And, I started to have they call it anxiety attack. Now that I'm familiar with it, I know what it is. But because of our society, because of how our society is, there was no reason to go search for help. Because if you go search for help with that kind of issue, because I searched for help, but
wow,
but because of the stigma behind it.
Where? You say where did you search for help?
Like pastors, even doctors, mental health professionals.
That's why I said why.
Yeah, so
You want to get me started too early. You want to get me started too early today.
Hey, okay. You hear, check it off. Ooh, okay. All right. I tried.
Wow.
And which is
The
why
Bible says the righteous shall be as bold I say liar.
You're gonna be.
Welcome to Danny.
You're gonna shake it off. But why do people that have leg pain, that get into accidents, why do they go for therapy? Why are they taking their medication?
Right.
And people that have mental breakdown, especially in a country like this. Like I started to look into things. This topic is deep.
I agree.
Hey, God.
I agree.
But God, this message that God has sent me, I'll put it out there.
Amen.
Mental health is a real thing, and if you're struggling, find help in the right places. Where you know that it's not the right places, they're not aware. And I mean, there'll be a lot of ignorance in there. Right. There'll be ignorance in conversations when it comes to there. And, there'll be a lot of discouragement of, don't use medication. You are mad. I went to psychiatric hospital. I was there.
Wow.
Live and direct.
Wow.
I was there. And what they show in movies where people are wearing pinafore, wearing ugly uniforms, it's not the same thing.
Wow.
It's like people that are genuinely struggling, that just need help. But we're in a society whereby things will get so done before people get that help. Because now they're like, I need help or nothing. So to the glory of God, that's just like I know the conversation is all over the place.
No. I like that you are very expressive, and that's what free talk is. The freedom to express how you felt at the time. And I'm very sorry about
Thank you. Oh yeah, thank you.
How all of that. I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
From the way you're speaking and how I could tell that from just feeling your emotion, I could tell that you actually went through a lot. And I'm sorry that you went through that.
Thank you.
Whatever that is.
But I'm very glad that I went through it. One Bible verse that stands out to me is, and which makes me very, very comforting. Sometimes I make sure I go back to it is, what is it? Is it Hebrews 4:12? Let me just say what it is. It says, for we do not have a high priest that has not been touched with the feelings of our infirmity.
Infirmities, yeah.
Meaning that there's infirmity.
Right.
Be it mental health, be it physical. And we need to take the cast off mental health, period. Especially as an African community.
I agree.
Take the cast off mental health so people can get help.
People
come, you know how I started seeing myself coming to America, being an immigrant, like, it's just like people that come to Lagos from like Cotonou, come to Nigeria, come to live in Lagos from like another part of Africa. People that come from like Benin,
right.
And they struggle. We just overlook it because we don't understand their struggle. But honestly, coming here realizing that it's a new environment,
right?
It's a new setting. You have to adapt, and it's a lot on you mentally. And then you now not have support. Sometimes, you have to find that community, build that community.
Right.
Except you're aware of that, you won't do it. And then sometimes it will now pile up. Not everybody has the same mental capacity.
I agree.
It will now pile up and become mental stress. Mine came from the from work, too much working, like work overload, and not building community, not understanding that I knew something was missing. But what made it, what pushed it was during COVID when everything was on shutdown and I couldn't work. I see something. And that was, you haven't built community. You haven't you're not taking care of yourself. What have you set up to take care of your mental health? What is even mental health? And it took me to just come out of shell, come out of culture, to start finding help. I look for help. I'm still looking for help.
But how did it impact your marriage? If you don't mind us being personal with you.
It did, because there were times where it was tough on my it was tough on relationships because we couldn't relate as we used to. Again, because there was COVID. And there was no distraction. There was no work distraction. It was now, you and your husband. You guys, me and my husband, we've not been dating. We've just been working. And then when I started having the panic attacks, he had to be the one on the other end of the rope where, he had to take care of me. It was tough because we were alone dealing with it. Again, because we couldn't tell family that this is the kind of thing that's wrong with you. She gone. Because if you see panic attack, it's pretty much a way your brain is telling you to fight or fly. But it's a response to danger. But your body is not even in danger, but your brain perceives it as danger. And then it starts to react. And then I can just be sitting down and the thing goes, run for help. But there's a medical term for it. There's a way to get help. But because of my background, the starvation of knowledge of this kind of things, I couldn't understand. I couldn't, really relate it. So it really made my marriage suffer. Of course, the marriage was already going through its own thing. There's no marriage that is perfect out here.
Of course.
Marriage was already going through its own thing, and coupled with mental illness where I don't know
where they come from.
The man said that they carry me where I don't know which one be this one. So I'm sorry. So it made things difficult, but we had to. It made things difficult because we're not always talking. And then now we had to talk because this is hard. And we've never had to sit down and talk about hard stuff before. So it was hard. So, things started to get better gradually. And again, things are even still getting better because I'm learning every day. I'm not even getting enclosed. But again, it made marriage difficult in that sense.
I have some questions for you.
Please.
And hold that thought. I want Victor to chime in because he was been writing since I've been talking. So let him chime in and then I'll come back to my questions.
Got it.
Okay, I think we really have like a leap forward in this conversation from her sharing, So, but you see, and it's going to give us, I don't even know we are going to be able to
cover it,
deep dive and get to. So the topic again, just for the purpose of that I don't have sense like that, really one more time.
Mental health and marriage. Why shut down instead of opening up?
Hold on.
Okay.
That's where I'm going. It's the first sentence. Mental health and marriage. You know that a logical question would be, is there a connection between mental health and marriage? Is there, are we just putting these words together, or actually we've been able to assert that marriage can and has possibly been putting some people in, mental health
risk,
crisis and all of those things? Is something that I think that is the basis of this conversation. And yes, to answer straight, yes.
I agree.
I do a lot of personal counseling, and you will see people where you see young lady would tell you stuff like, I don't know, you must have heard people say, when I was single, I used to be, and when they tell you who they are when they were single, just from telling you, you can see in the expression that they were happy.
Happy, yeah.
If marriage will make you less of who you are, it's not of God.
Why are you married?
Marriage is supposed to gratify you. But you see, why do people get married and then possibility of running into crisis? Matter of fact, there is research that was talking about the rate of divorce, and they begin to look at it from a large demography. And they realize that 78% of broken marriages are marriages that is past 20 years.
I agree.
And then the question began to rise, why? Two things we were able to establish. Midlife crisis. And then, the quest for more. We are human beings. We are social beings where ones are insatiable. You get to a point where the everything around you becomes the norm. And then there's a subconscious question that comes to you that,
right,
what's next? When you marry, when you are single, so many single ladies out there that even if you see them, you will tell them to die, except you want to be nice, that you can never get husband.
God, I
There's
beg.
no, and you know why? It's not because they are not pretty. It's not because they don't have character. It's because the quest of I want to marry has run them mad. I talked to a lady and I said, you are looking for a husband. And it has become an ambition, and it's written all over you. Ma, you can't even have a time to braid your hair and fix your nails.
I look good.
If you say, you look sad. There's no man that loves a sad woman. You look sad. Now, pressure number one. So the mental health in marriage did not start in marriage.
It started before.
It's a route that begins to build up till when every mental health issues is like a cloud. You know this one they do in wedding reception when husband and
And it
wife
starts from the.
you know that one, it looks beautiful. It's cloud, but it's fancy. But later it builds up. It builds up. If unattended, it overwhelms and you become invisible to yourself.
Yeah.
That's how it is. So for marriage, it always starts from outside the marriage. Now, so many people, I will use ladies because it has something to do with gender anyway. It's man or woman.
Yeah.
But you see, women are more vulnerable because you cannot say you want to marry. I can decide to marry, well, this is July. I can decide to marry another wife in September and I will still try
Of
me.
course, that's a fact.
But you can't.
I agree. That's a fact.
You understand? So women are more vulnerable because they don't make that decision. So pressure already starts. So from that, tons and tons, a larger percentage of the young lady get married to whatever God brings. When the desirable is not available.
The available become the desirable.
You will hear stupid talk like biological clock and all that.
My flower is beaming.
At least I know more than 5-6 ladies now that I been supporting that they are not even talking to me about marriage anymore. They are talking to me about having children.
Yeah.
Somebody that is not married.
God, I beg.
Somebody that doesn't have boyfriend. So I just want to have my baby.
Yeah.
So if peradventure she gets somebody now
who is just
be
ready
with,
to.
you know that is an autopilot. That marriage will exist.
Right.
Not because he's in love with the man, but because she wants to have a baby.
The idea of,
So two things will happen. The details of who the guy is and the details of what she wants has been silenced to the ambition of having a baby. Guess what? Woman wants is insatiable. They will get in, they will have the baby. You see all that details that was overlooked. We come right in your face. Becomes the reality you live with every day. Now, what she wants did not go away. What she wants, we come back.
Right.
That's why you say they make jokes about it that if you get it in their 20s, they always want it tall, dark, and handsome. And say when they are done, they enter 36.
They begin to reduce the list.
I just need a God-fearing man. When they enter 42s, I just need a man. You see, as banal as that joke is, but that's the reality.
Yeah.
But you see, that girl when she was in 20 that she wants a tall, dark, and handsome, has a good job. In fact, they have sometimes specification of what he has to be doing for a living. Works in medical field, works in IT. Now she's 41, she just wants a man. Right? And then she find a man.
Right.
And she married. Trust me, you see that value of tall, dark, and handsome is coming back. Because it did not go away.
I agree.
She compromised. So now you are two people who are living together now, tolerating each other. Now, the pressure, let me build it up. I'm going to marry. Then it's like the marriage is delayed. Let me just have baby. The pressure increases. And now she now find one, maybe marry or no marry, maybe you carry belly like that, your friend that is using pregnancy to tie a woman down.
Jesus.
And then
God, I beg.
is it not you that bring it to podcast?
I brought it to broadcast too.
So now, yes, now find somebody who will go to the answer. Marry. It looks like he has checked the first problem, and then they will born. Right? Now there are 3 problems. Marriage that does not come at will,
That is already there.
partner that is, and then child. Now, this person has always been ambitious for marriage. He has never been mentally prepared for this
For
reality.
it to know what to look out for.
Do you know the biggest bondage is to wake up beside somebody that you really don't give a shit about?
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
And you're not physically or
Guess
emotionally
what? You have to
attracted
act like you do now.
Yeah.
Because guess what? Like I said, my uncle told me, you choose who you marry and then you marry your choice.
At the end of
Because
the day.
it's your choice.
And what
You are
yeah.
not at gunpoint. Especially in our environment like Africa, where now you have to now live the rest of, I don't care who you marry, whether good or bad, you are living the rest of your life, proving a point, not to your husband, to the society that you are a good wife. All the ilé ọkọ ló ń lọ, obìnrin ni ẹ́,
Ilé
all of
ẹ̀kọ́
those
ni-
things.
They need to take that pressure off
You now
women.
have to live to prove to the society how much of a good wife you are. They probably know you to be a good woman, but they don't know you to be a good wife. They are two different things.
I agree.
And you are not even proving that into yourself, which you owe. You are proving it to the society.
Which makes no
Everybody-
sense.
Which make no sense. And then that's how it builds up. So that study shows that most marriages, the larger part of marriages that break, are marriages that have lasted more than 20 years. You know why? Why they figure that out? One, people get into midlife crisis.
Right.
Yeah.
With age comes different
Yeah.
kinds of.
If I don't care, I have a couple of friends that marry very ugly girls. That even we as group of friends, we gossip about them in the back. Like, she want my diva boy die.
Hello, tó gbé sílé o.
Like Asao. Boys, we gossip a lot.
I know.
But in fact, I have friends that marry girls that are actually nasty, like they don't have manners. We all know. But they marry. And they're still well and fine. I've said it before. If you are well, marry well, your marriage will work. Because they are like-minded.
They understand each other's
Do
craziness.
you know that many people marry because they sleep and wake up one day and feel like I'm supposed to be married by now? Not that I find somebody. There are two different things.
So I just not to cut you short. I also want to give perspective because of course we have a real life story to give perspective to it, and then we build off of that.
The real life story that the person will watch this show.
And the person who watched this show.
Be giving me that be adding that clause to it so that we know how we trash them.
You know the last story we brought that you were here.
But you I feel like the guy go this way for me.
No, she swear for you away.
I will swear for her back today.
They swear for you very, very
Giving me
well.
that so that
This is real life story, of course, for the sake and the protection of the people involved. Will withhold their names and their information, but put in perspective, a guy who's already divorced, trying to settle down again, like married for a while, and the first marriage did not work, and now he's trying to move on. In the case of moving on, he's trying to figure out, I don't want to make the same mistake I made before. This time, I want to be intentional. I want what I want. I want to pick the woman of my choice, my dream, my heart desire, In the midst of that, he got involved with this particular lady, wonderful lady, beautiful lady. This, as usual, I'm not promising you anything, but if anything comes out of it, alhamdulillah.
Okay.
But they start dating. Few years down the line, expectation starts to come in.
As it should.
And then ladies asking, so where are we? Are we still in the phase of,
what are we doing?
We are nothing but pencil in that.
And
what are we?
He's like, well, and just like you said, he now moved from, I don't want to have anything to do with you, can we have kids together? All right? And then, of course, this lady is head over heels in love with him. This guy's a very good guy. Good job. Nice personality. The lady sees a future with him, but he doesn't see a future with her. And she says, okay, like you said, she will compromise. We can have kids together.
Who proposed having kids together?
The man.
God will punish him.
You know, propose having kids, and then she agrees. Now, here is where it becomes very horrible. He then says to her that, you know what, I have thought about this and I want to move on. I don't think I can continue life with you. And then she says, oh, okay, tell me why, at least let me know if it's something that I have to work on. Let me know what it is. And he looks at her dead eye and says, I'm physically not attracted to you because you are not the physical kind of woman I'd love to settle down with. And if I settle down with you, I'll cheat on you.
Gigi.
That broke her because for the lady, she was already working on a thin...
She's already started a family in her head.
In her head, and she's working on a thread because she's had expectation with this person. She's equally, her ex was deceased, and then
so she's a widow.
She's a widow.
Okay.
And then having to, and this is the first person she's been with.
She's still a widow.
After the loss of her late husband. So in this kind of, she had like an emotional breakdown. And in that kind of perspective, what would you say in that context? Because a lot of people are of the opinion that she overreacted. Why she had like what would I call it? Is it a psychological breakdown where she wasn't having it anymore? What's the right English to use for it? She had anxiety. She
just lost herself.
She lost herself, and she reacted so badly. Now, unfortunately, people are holding on to her reaction, and no one is talking about what caused the reaction. People say that is emotional blackmail. She's trying to blackmail the guy to be with her, and some people are saying that. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to bring it to the podcast. When they watch it, both of them, they hear from people who don't know them at all and hear perspective. So what do you guys think?
I promised them that would be nice to them. I don't want somebody choosing, but on a more serious note, only in our community that we pinch somebody and determine how they cry. We always have like a fixed expectation of how people are supposed to react to things. It's the highest level of madness in the first place to think that, this person is doing too much. Because you see, if they give the two of us the same punch, we're not going to feel it the same way.
Right. True.
And you know that I can be able to take a bigger punch than you. And that same me, I can be beaten by his small hands and I will freak out. That you will take.
Right.
You can't really determine how people are. So let's go to the basics of this. Where's my camera? Ladies, come. There is no sensible man that meant well, that is normal, that needs you and say, I don't know where things are now. We just want to be fluid. My dear sister, if you want to knock. Don't build a life or have an expectation. Because you see, how can you explain what does not exist? It's the first fraud. A grown man is telling you, let's see how it goes. No. So this is the thing. Every man know how it will go from the get-go. We know damn well how it will go.
I agree.
There's no such thing as I'm safe and so let me get to some things that I really want to touch base. I'll be doing a lot of stats and research work. You know that there's a study that shows that second marriages don't work.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I will tell you why. Exactly what this dude did. And I'll be saying it not from the purpose of research. I'm saying it from the angle of I have experienced it. If I can give you a real life
experience
so that you will understand it. After my divorce, because I went through a divorce, it wasn't like bad, but it was a rude shock. It's not something that I look forward to or expect. Do you know I went for 2 years, went into serious mental breakdown that I only found out last year that I was. You don't understand? Me, that you know. Do you know that I live in a house for 2 years and not one girl visited me and I was living alone? I was single. Emeka. You don't understand? You know it don't make any sense. Me reflecting back now, I realized that I was actually isolated. Not girlfriend, not Sariwagba, not
Who got you?
and not even friends.
Wow.
Not man or woman visited my house in 2 years. Nobody know where I live. I was that isolated. The only visibility you will see about me is online.
Social media.
I think about it now. I was actually single for 4 straight years. And I actually did not have any sensible relationship. I was isolated. I was running away from everybody because of 2 things, which we are talking about now. My divorce did not hurt me. It is the reaction to the divorce that actually hurt me. I was dealing with social disregard. I've told you before, I have cousins that we grew together with my grandmother. We live with my grandmother together. That don't answer my phone call again because I went through a divorce, because at least I lived to meet 3 generations of my family.
Amazing.
I know my mother's generation, I know my grandmother's generation, all of them. I know my grandmother's siblings, we grew up. People say big family, but they're always together. I'm the first person that went through divorce. That's how I know I'm a bastard. So
I can't
imagine what I went through coming from a very religious family
that holds marriage to their chest.
My family are the Ogbontarigi of Redeem. They are foundation member. That's all. Yeah, they are core. Half of my family are Redeem pastors. Literally. Most of my cousins now in my own generation are already Redeem pastors, and then me.
The prodigal child.
Like, they stopped talking to me. Wow. And those that would talk to me will say the wrong thing. You know when somebody has talked to you over and over and over, 2 years after, somebody is saying, "But kilo shele now."
Like,
dude, you really want me to still go through it again? Really? I hear when they gossip about me behind, but when they talk to me like, "Oh, really? Yahweh encore," deliberately, they know I've had that. So I deal with a lot of social disregard. So why am I okay? I now did what that guy did now. That's I have 2 options. It's either I don't get married ever again, which was a thought, but again, from this family that is not helping me and giving me the support that I needed then, it's still a family that I cannot make that kind of stupid decision that
you're never going to get married.
They will judge me to death. So that's not.
That's not an option.
If I want to marry, because I did every due diligence, I fast my stomach want to break when I married the first one. I was convinced that God spoke to me, but only what? What else am I supposed to do extra becomes a question. But you see, the wrong thing I was doing, because I break people out, I no go lie for you.
No. That's why they celebrate us.
No more. I know one person that you broke her heart.
Don't go there.
Let's not go there for the sake of the podcast. Let's
okay, so I will use her as a case study since you want to do it now. Now,
this guy's interesting.
Over time, I realized that I was subconsciously crushing people's emotions.
Yep.
I didn't mean to. For example, our friend that she's talking about, before me, you, and God, I love that girl.
But you broke her heart nonetheless.
I did. But I didn't want to. I didn't even think I did as I then. I was just running away for what does not exist. The question of, I want to do it better
than
now.
The first one.
That's not the problem. But the problem is, now I want to be extra careful.
So
and make sure that the person will be the perfect person. So this is the problem. How it should be, and that's typically most people that are getting remarried, initially for man. Now you look as if there are certain standards that I did not do diligence in the first one. So now I want to extra screen.
Do more background check.
Say you get go through tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 of background check. And when you, so for me, it was like I would see them, the attachment will be there, we'll talk, I like the person, and then we'll get in. Do you know that what I realized is that if me and you are dating and we are just, having a good life, enjoying each other's moments, we will be fine. The day you make any movement or talk about commitment, that relationship will end. You know why? It's not because of you. It's because I was afraid.
You are not healed.
Do I want to be committed? This is the crazy part. Do I want to be committed to the person?
Yes.
But I'm still afraid of that same commitment. So once it's looking serious, you say something like, "Oh, when am I going to meet mommy?" Over 10. I will take off. And I was doing this subconsciously, and I did not know it.
So let me just ask you, right? How did you get to the point where you healed and you became self-aware that this is what I'm doing?
Problem.
Yes.
So, first of all, I receive a lot of ekpe and cry.
Yeah, I remember even on Facebook.
A lot of cry and ekpe. So I'm beginning to know. Me, I'm somebody I'm the best critic of myself. I'm beginning to see.
Oh, that's amazing.
Because I don't want to be. In my head, I'm not doing anything wrong. But these people are having this persona about me. They're having this impression, but they are saying he did. Again, let's go back to this she talked about. Because I met her through another friend who I hold in high esteem. As fate will have it, when we get talking, one day she mentioned that, and I said, if she can vet you, that's an endorsement. Why do I need that validation? Because I don't trust my own. Do you understand? So of every girl that I know then, she's on. That's why her own was pathetic. She's on top 1. I have 2 straight validation to say
This is the girl.
correct. That's all I need. And then I was pressuring towards. My intent was right. So this is where she triggered me. She said, "Me, I don't chase a man. No. If you don't call me, you won't hear from me.
I
don't chase. Listen, okay, so this is the mental health thing. One of the bases when I begin to look at my previous marriage and how we ended, I realized that I married a woman that saw somebody who is looking for a wife, not really somebody that she is in love with. She was looking for a husband as a day, and he saw a guy that is ready for marriage. It was never anything about me. And how do I know that? Everything from dating to marriage to the divorce, I've always been a decision that has been initiated by me, executed by me. You understand? Me as a man, I was the one that planned marriage. I was the one that fixed this. I was the one that said, do this. Like I will play my role and jump here and play her role. And she made a statement that was very salient and lived with me for a long time. When the things started getting bad, she said, she never said, she made me, she was eating, she liked me, but she never said she wanted to get married. Now, that me, now met a woman that say she cannot chase a man. You know that's red flag, right? As smart as that thing is. Because right now, I want a woman that want to lick the floor and die and cry, say, I want you at all costs. Because that is the only thing that will validate it to me.
So to add to, before you continue this thing, why? Because the good thing with you is that you identified what the problem is, right? Now, my question to you now
I had
is...
about 9 relationships in 1 year.
So my question now is
that bad?
Why do people, and like you rightly said, it's not a gender thing, why do people choose to shut down instead of actually express the pain? Because expression can be a form of anger, pain, joy,
withdrawal.
Why do they choose to either shut down or, express. And then when they choose to now express, why do you think their expression is based on overloading or because of self-awareness? Because that's one very important thing I want us to touch before we
for her. Let me draw the line where I'm going, because I'm going back to this guy. So, the idea of I want to do extra to make sure, because you see, if you put in your best and it did not work, it now look like your best is not enough. You're supposed to do some
more
extra. You don't know exactly what that extra is. You're just looking for
agree.
something that doesn't exist. Meanwhile, so that was what the guy did, that I want to make sure. Now, I've been in that space, I want to make sure. Now, you asked a very salient question. How did I realize, and what was the turning point for me? When I realized I was getting the result that I did not really like, I'm somebody that is very careful about how people feel and how I make people feel.
That's good.
So,
That's very important.
when I was seeing those things, okay, this girl, she just didn't understand me. And then this one too did not understand me. You should know,
So now you get problem.
More than 2 people.
So I began to assess. So this is what I found out. I realized that I was looking for something in a woman because I want my next marriage to be better. Something that actually did not exist. Meanwhile, like I said, it is okay to have that pressure, that fear of I want to do it better now. But the intervention of looking for that thing in the woman, she's not what is missing in your previous marriage. She's not. It's not having the desire to do it better, but it's how do I go about it. So what I realized is that I was looking for something in the woman that I met instead of me fixing myself. If I will have to do it better this time, I was the principal player in the last one.
Right.
If I have to do it better this time, I will have to fix me. Because what is missing there cannot be in this new girl, innocent girl that I'm going to meet.
Can you hear what he's saying?
What is missing is it has to be either me or whoever I was playing with the other time. Do you understand?
Right.
So if there is anything to do at all to make sure that this second one is better, it has to do with me.
So the keeper, can you hear? Did you hear? Say that again.
It has to be me. Okay, so let me give you an analogy.
Oh Lord.
You are driving a Toyota Camry, and then one day on the highway, the carburetor just fire out, and the car breaks down. You end up spending the whole night on the highway. Unfortunately for you, you don't have AAA and all of that. And then you now say, you took it to the car shop. They say it's because you did not service the car well. The car was been overdue for servicing. And then you now say, Oga, you go buy new carburetor and from now be bringing it for servicing every 3 months. But what you started doing is to go and be researching the capacity and the performance of the carburetor of a Range Rover.
Why are you driving a Toyota?
What broke down was a Camry. You now begin to study what is the horsepower of this Range Rover engine. If you put is Range Rover a good car?
I don't know. It's not.
But if you put the engine in a Corolla, it will fire. It will still not work well. Because you see, you are looking for, now, it's a bigger engine, it's a better engine, no doubt.
But a smaller
But
car.
it does not fit this car.
It's not built for that.
So even though that woman you are meeting now is sent from heaven above, if he's coming to make this broken, dysfunctional man,
It's not going to work.
now it is unfair. It is selfishness that I'm looking for what is missing in me in another woman.
But you know what is even
I'm
annoying?
looking for her to come and feel an emptiness that she did not create.
She herself is not also aware. That's
Of
why
the
I'm so
emptiness.
glad. She's not
She's not even
aware.
aware of the
She's
emptiness.
not.
Okay, let's go back to that
not.
lady again. Maybe if somebody has told her that where I'm coming from, she won't say that kind of thing because it's just that single statement that threw me off. I just tell myself she's not the one. No, there's no way. Now, if I've gotten to the point where I realize that, okay, so what I'm looking for, what is missing, what I want need to do better is here, not there. That statement will not really make that much of a deal. You know the crazy part? We have a better relationship now than when. Do you understand? That explains to you that we will have been very good together. But she was very insensitive to my pain. But guess what, ma? She don't hold me that. Don't make people understand the problem they did not create.
Unfortunately, the people surrounding these two people are holding her accountable for them because she threw tantrum. She had a nervous breakdown.
I don't care if she run mad.
And people are like,
if that is how bad it gets to her, that's how it gets to her. Now
they're saying it's emotional blackmail. Yeah, that's the word they're using.
And we can go back to when she's already had maybe emotional pile up of things that have happened to her, and this is just a tick off. This is like the time bomb. This is something that blew everything up for her. So it might not just be that situation alone. However, let's look at the fact that she has had divorce. She's been her husband passed. Her husband passed. She might have issues. She might have had to struggle with financial issues. She might have had to struggle with so many other issues that might have piled up.
What it takes for a widow to even date in our environment.
I know.
In our kind of
stigma that even
environment.
comes
I
with it.
know.
It's like you start dating after 5 years. You still date.
You still,
I
yeah.
know.
That's why
I know.
don't listen to people.
I know.
If you have to remarry as a widow 2 months after or get married, they will talk anyway. There's no point.
Yeah.
So why do you think that woman breaks down? It looks like emotional. Like I said, for a widow who is coming out of a dark place, they are even afraid to go on a date.
Yeah.
They're even afraid to even make friends.
Facts.
And then she risks all the odd. I'm sure she has walked away from so many advances. So in our environment, as a widow, it's like you are walking like a thief in the night. And this is a thing for women. Again, this happened to a single mother. I don't want to bring a man home around my children when I'm not sure.
Such a sensitive.
And then it will take time. More than likely, good men will come to them. One, they don't even have a time to date.
Because they're busy taking care of the kids.
And then they are afraid. They want to see, this is the mystery of a single mother. They want to be sure that this is it before they have the exposure. But guess what, my dear? It will never be it from the outside.
But why do people...
Unfortunately, they are afraid. And then she will not take that risk and now bring you in, open up herself. Now you guys are listening. There's no way. Now you have access to her house, you have access to her children, she's talking to her family.
Even in front of her mom.
This is the reason why some people cuckoo Ojiji.
Yeah.
You understand? Because you see, do you know what it takes to overcome that fear? Now,
And
why is it that
start
of big enough for this lady? Do you know the social disregard? Because we are talking of mental health.
Thank you.
The
You're heading to where I need you
disregard
to
that comes with a window we don't demand her business.
Like
Her
enjoy
first
it.
try.
Yes.
You think that her breakdown is because you love the man? No. Her cry is, I wish I never did it.
Yeah.
Yep. Because she made that statement too.
I
Yeah.
wish I never did it.
Yeah.
That is our biggest, but
There's a lot of shame going on, a lot of
my dear sister,
regret.
the world will move on without you. Those people that you are worrying about their opinion, you will die or run mad, and they will still use you as reference. In fact, the pastor will use you as a scripture
message.
They will use you as an example in their sermon.
Oh my
And you
God.
know what's funny? All these people laughing, nobody has it figured out together.
No, some of them are actually worse than you.
Yeah.
And to add to what you're saying, and me from the perspective I'm coming from, when it comes to marriage and mental health and a lot of things that goes on in marriage, like for me, my personal experience, I mean, he's aware of it. I was married, I was single for a long time. I'm one of those people that every time they say, if you are single, we want to pray for you. People are praying on my behalf. We pray for Minister Creamy that God will give her the bone of her bone.
And they will be so rude. They
They'll
will
be
even
so
say
rude
to
about
Mike,
it. They
will
have
even
the
carry
emotional
Mike.
intelligence. God will give you a husband. This time next year, you shall be married in the
When
name
you
of
get to
Jesus.
when you get to a level as a lady, that your mother have your picture inside in between her Bible. You know that it has finished for you.
And then I now got married, and my marriage was a distance relationship. My husband was in Nigeria, I was now here in America. To now add salt upon the jury. You know.
Like she's that desperate.
That she cannot even find a man here
What
in
is
this
the essence
America.
of the marriage?
Why is she married?
For somebody that
You know?
Women don't have it easy.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
see. I like for me the poking was unmatched. People had the temerity to even tell me to my face, like, so Minister Creamy, are you actually say all the men in this America, you chose to go and marry one man
all
in
the
Nigeria?
years she's been dancing that they are laying hands on her, they are praying for her. As they ever one day say, I want you to meet this guy.
Exactly. Now finally get married, and then there's this thing they say, oh, she's a married single lady, and then when they're having marriage discussion, they will tell me to my face that you don't understand what
Is that a
marriage
thing?
is.
Married single lady.
They've created a team.
Because it's a long distance.
Relationship.
So as far as they're concerned.
As far as I'm single.
You know, in Nigeria,
I'm
they make
I'm
marriage
single.
look like you are joining a country.
I'm telling you.
And then
They don't have the experience.
They don't have the experience. So I cannot talk where other married people
It's so sad.
are talking. You
It's
know,
so sad.
this, like I said, it was building up that mental
It's a cloud. You just
Yeah.
keep going.
cloud
You
for
just
me.
keep going.
And then when I finally had my son, without my husband being here during COVID, I was in isolation when I had my son. In between, my mom dies. In between, my dad dies.
It was a lot.
In between, my friend dies. My friend who was helped me holding my hand, that everything is gonna be okay.
Who's your
Then there's
friend
AY. That was AY is dead. Now what for you? My very close friend, she died of cervical cancer.
Oh, I'm sorry about
And then
that.
That fine girl
I
wasn't like that.
then had a panic attack. Literally, I was on a call with somebody and I had that panic attack. I remember that day, I cried non-stop for 2 hours.
I
And
believe
then
you.
they had to call my pastor. They had to call Papa. To the extent that even he himself could not stop the cry. So what they just did, they just allowed me cry because that's the only solution.
Which is very unusual, Papa, because he literally come down and bully
He
you.
will never come there and say, come on, what's wrong with you? No.
Come
That day, he had never seen a version of me as the version he saw that day.
Another level of...
They called my younger sister from Baltimore. Flora came to pick up Matthew that night. And they had somebody stay with me. They had Dami stay with me for the whole night. I cried stretched for 2 hours. I didn't stop. I could not explain what was making me cry. I could not control the tears. I just kept crying. But fast forward to now, when my husband came, and then he and I were talking about it, because I had now gotten to a space where I was mentally ready to talk about it. I realized that I was very depressed. Unfortunately for me, I'm a minister of God in the church. The expectations that I had to live a certain kind of life was already very frustrating. I'm the choir leader. I had to be there for a lot of people who also were going through their stuff. And a lot of people actually forgot that I'm also a human being who also had personal issues. So what I'm doing is giving this, my personal experiences, because I want to ask, why is it a problem when people express themselves? Why is it so, especially in African community? Like, bro, if you tell me, say you did depressed, I find it difficult to believe. Why?
Starvation of knowledge.
I've told somebody that I wanted to say with her because she said something that was very important. That they don't even know. They are not aware. You can't give what you don't have. Do you know that I told somebody before that I realized that I've been withdrawn, I'm feeling depressed.
He will love you.
He laughed, he said, you.
Oh, depressed.
You depressed.
Why?
I said, well, I can't be depressed. So this is the first problem. This is somebody who have been going through emotional crisis, and I've always been depending on me for support. He said, you with all this knowledge, how can you be depressed? I said, well, those are the weights of leadership. When I was supporting you, I was going through third stage of depression.
Yeah.
And the sad part is, I wasn't, if you are depressed and you know you are depressed, you are safe.
Yeah.
I did not even know it. I found out I was depressed just last year when I was just really assessing my life. Because I realized that some things that I did then didn't make sense. I was running away from everybody. And I mean, you go too small, I mean, you run, leave them. Yeah. And you look at, and that's not me. And I knew that that's not me. So I realized that it's not the person. It's just my fear that I need to conquer. So, why it is so difficult is that you are the biggest part of, going through mental breakdown in marriage, in our kind of
our culture,
is that you feel very invisible. You are going through something that even you cannot explain not because you don't know what to say, but because nobody will understand.
And it's not a safe place. There's no safe place in our community like that.
Yeah, and when you talk about it, instead of them to empower you, they gossip about it.
My mother told me that it's because I'm not praying up with you.
Mommy,
that part is there, right? But that part is
so,
not immediately gonna just heal you off.
So, for some reason, I feel that maybe I've been spiritually disconnected.
And it will now make you more depressed.
I was now. Do you know how many nights I will just sit and start? Now, then I felt like I was praying. I'll pray all night, but the truth is, I was groaning.
So what are the recommendations?
Okay, so see, before we get to we
have to do part
some of the things that we talk about because I want to get to stigma.
Yeah, we have not touched anything. I know. We haven't.
Do you know that what made people depressed? I will always narrow down to our community. It's not what happened.
Yes. Yes.
It's the reaction.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the expectations.
Yes.
I remember one time I had a panic attack, and this is somebody I respect in our family, an elderly woman. She said, I said, the panic attack, sometimes you feel like I'm about to, like my enemy is about to die. I'm having heart palpitation. And she'll say, Emi ole roku sira mi Ọlọ́run má jẹ́. So I'm like, but it's what I'm experiencing.
You cannot ignore it. It's right here. I'm experiencing that.
Yeah, so
right.
Till today, I can't, even if I'm having a panic episode, I can't relate to that kind of person about it. I don't have anything against them, but I'm like, okay, they're not there yet mentally.
So why do we stigmatize mental breakdown, mental issues?
We need to
Creamy. It's because there is, I don't know who is the bastard that created the standard, but there is an unpronounced, unrealistic, subconscious expectations that is raised at people when they're in marriage.
I agree.
How is supposed
like
to
their life
be.
is already so.
Unfortunately,
your life is complete as soon as you get married.
Manual
for marriage. Yes, sir.
There is no how it works. I've said this before on this platform. I said it is insane to use your life experience as a standard for marriage, for other people's reality.
I agree.
It's only in our community somebody will tell you how they go about it and enforce it on you as if it's a formula.
I agree.
That is why so many people don't shake legun.
Yeah.
Because one auntie tell them this is the kind of man
that you should marry.
Yeah.
And you know that it's recommending a man that she did not marry. She recommended the man that is supposed to see the regret that she's married to.
Yeah.
Word.
You understand?
Yeah.
It's not as if, you see my husband, I married him and he's been perfect. So marry a man like my husband. No. I married this bastard and my life has been miserable. So marry the
Come
opposite
into
of
this
that.
misery with me.
Marry the opposite of that. So they are even recommending what they have not tested strong.
I
And
agree.
then there is unpronounced expectation. It's like when you marry, you now have to prove a point. Other than living. You are supposed to live. Just live. Just stay alive.
And be a better person. Like,
So by the time those things build up, the cloud gets overwhelming. That's why you see they say older marriages are the one that breaks most because one, the excitement is gone. And then the expectation is like rising and you keep doing a routine and one day, because you see, most of the marriages, they are living a script
Yeah,
that
I
they didn't
agree.
even create.
I agree.
It's natural for them to just get tired
I
of
agree.
being who they are not.
I agree.
yeah.
For example, woman, you want to prove to society how much of a supportive wife and a good wife
You
you
are
are
to your
to
man.
your husband. And so you start living certain life.
Yeah.
Maybe you like to dress certain way when you are single. And because you now went to church, you start dressing a different way just to attract him.
Oh
Because they
my
told you that that's how you're going to
God.
attract man. I have a friend that they told, the father said she bought a car and the father said she can't drive the car because Okomima has served him.
That's
A lot
another
of
topic.
those-
That's going to be on our part two.
Now,
Yeah.
this is a girl that is alive and awake, and she got married to brother, and now she have to live a brother life. She have to dress a certain way. She have to be censored.
She's gonna get tired of that life.
Almost
And she'll rebel.
to judge you. Now you cannot, like their sexual intimacy is sacred. There are so many things she want to explore. If she try it, she have to explain to the man, where do you learn it from? Something that
I know.
something that the girl has
you
no
see,
since.
You see that thing that you
she's
said?
just conforming. So people are most, especially women, they conform.
Yes.
Men does it too, and they don't. It's not because they are stupid. That's the thing. Society will now say, "Why did you conform?" No, you didn't give her any choice than to conform.
Yeah.
Over time, because it's not you, we get tired.
Yeah.
Becomes overwhelming. The cloud gets high and people started getting drowned in this cloud and the weights of social expectation. And then how, because one bastard created the general templates of what marriage is supposed to look like.
Yeah.
How it's supposed to be when you are supposed to have children, how you are supposed to have children. Do you know that people use children's school in Nigeria to do competition?
I just feel that's wickedness from the dungeon of hell.
If your children, if we are family friends, your children is going to Lekki British and my own children is going to University of Akpo private school, my wife will start giving me pressure.
I can't.
Because it looks like my children are less
privileged than them. I mean,
it is madness. People will now go and borrow money
and
to
put
send
themselves in unnecessary debt.
send their children to Covenant University. The bastard will graduate and be a TikToker. They will borrow money.
Where did I find this guy? Jesus
You
Christ.
see how the cloud is building up.
Yeah.
To get to one age in life
You
where
just break down.
this person is tired of living a life that is not really her. You will hear it many times. Ladies will just tell you, and when I was single, and you can say an example when you're talking about the good old days. In marriage, you should not have a good old days. The part of his righteous is like a shining light.
It shines
You
brighter.
are supposed to be
Brighter.
better. One, we chase 1,000. Two, we chase 10,000. If you are broke when you are single, you should at least be better when you are married.
I agree.
If you are successful when you are single, you should be way richer when you are married. Because
I
it's
agree.
called, in mathematics, it's called cross multiplication. Because if one is equal to 1,000 and two is 10,000, that's not addition, that's not multiplication. That's cross multiplication. So ordinarily, marriage is supposed to just be you, who you were before. Marriage is not be culty now. You are just getting into a new realm
I
where
agree.
you are supposed to just live.
I
Just
agree.
but you see,
I
the
agree.
fact of them is that they will tell you, prepare you for marriage as you marry today, you are entering into a different world. Like it's supposed to be different. This is the reason why people are now having who set
Like
that
what
standard.
scripture we played?
So people are not
Societal
living.
script.
They are not living.
As well.
We
How are they? So that's the stigma. That's where the problem is.
You're right.
ladies and gentlemen, we have exceeded our time, but I want to say this. I don't know what camera I'm looking at. I want to say this. We're going to have this topic again next week. Coinsel, are you going to be around? Because
Yes.
Victor's wife is coming in next week.
Okay, sure.
Yes.
That one about series of mental breakdown.
The reason why we're excited to bring her is from the perspective of he's been single, married, divorced, remarried, to ask from her own point of view how it has,
like.
what her experience has been, in terms of.
That girl is the most fortunate woman alive. Because I got to a point where I realized that I'm the problem. I stepped back, I stopped trying, invest in myself. When I feel comfortable, I launched out. I met this girl randomly feeling hopeless.
See you smile.
It's a crazy love with her.
I will quote myself when you bring her.
We are bringing her.
The first day that I have to have it, we met a couple of times, but that we have to have a hard talk. I said, I will marry you. Straight up. Ask her if I ever ask her out.
You just knew that that's your wife.
So when she told me that I did not kneel down and bring ring, I said if I slap you with left hand, not ring. Do you want ring or you want to be married? You know why? I was very definite.
And you're intentional that's who.
No, I spot the problem. It's not.
He worked on himself. He did the work.
What is missing is not out there. It's here. See, if I can't trust myself, how can I date you and trust you?
Our producer is already giving us the roundup.
Also, I want to put it out there that, if anybody's struggling, suffering, America is a great country. We're here.
So many help.
Yeah. And there's a number called 988. They have a website and they have you can text or call that number. If you feel like chatting with somebody, you'll be chatting with that person anonymously. And I've had to do quick therapy session through that number. I'm not ashamed to ask for help. And see yourself every time saying that. I'm not ashamed to ask for help. If you find yourself feeling unusual in your marriage, even if you're single, any which way at all, find help, because there is help. And don't be ashamed to ask for help. Especially being an African.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that information that she gave
Extremely
will be
important.
in the caption. We will put her social media handle because she's a mental health advocate. We're going to put her social media handle, and then you can slide into her DM and ask her questions.
Please.
There's help. If you're going through any mental health issue, you're depressed, you have anxiety, whatever the case may be, please and please seek the help that you need.
Make you feel safe.
Yes. I'm a safe space.
Help is very
guide you.
And Victor himself is also a marriage counselor. There's help for everybody. She's going. Please, can you call that number again?
It's 988. You can text that number. You can text with that number. You can go on you Google, Safari, whatever, text. Once you type 988, help shows up right away.
Good.
Okay.
And please, we're again to reiterate that information will be in the caption after this show. Thank you very much, guys, for watching.
Do I have 2 minutes?
You don't have 2 minutes. You have 30 seconds.
Okay. Be counting it slow. Okay. Right. When we talk about mental problem, I want to put everything together so that we're going with something. Why people have this thing is that I want to tell. So this is my camera, right? Don't man up. Do not man up.
Yeah.
There is an unrealistic expectation to
you are strong.
Man up. And you see, we even pride in it. We hear a single mother raising children, struggling or working overtime. You say, me, why? I raise my children alone. Your life is spoiling small. You are ruining yourself. It is not in God's design for you to soak in pain. And our culture has made people feel that you are supposed to man up. You man up, you will die for it. It is okay to be vulnerable.
In 10
seconds more. Okay to need help.
Yes.
Like I said, it's okay to be vulnerable. Yeah. Don't pride yourself in struggling. You will just die.
I agree. And to just lock down with what he said, seeking for help is another form of strength. You are never weak when you ask for help. Yeah. Please get the help that you need. If you're depressed, you're going through anxiety, get in our DMs. We'll help you. We'll hold your hands through it. We'll pray with you. and then we'll provide you resources to help you to succeed. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Again, this is Victor King. Coinsola, thank you so much.
No
We
problem.
appreciate
I'm so
you. We
glad.
want to see you next week again.
I'll
and
be here.
Victor King's wife is here next week. You don't want to miss that particular episode. It's the part 2 of what we're talking about today.
You know, she have plenty story past.
That's why that's why he was not supposed to be here. She was supposed to take his seat, but of course she was not here today, so she's here next week. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Producer is telling us to wrap up. Our information will be in the caption. Please like, follow, share all of our podcast on social media. Please, please, please. We're taking emails. We're taking questions. We will address it on every of our shows. Thank you very much. We love you and have a wonderful week ahead. Bye.